Hello and welcome, guys. It's time for the Super Cup. Yet again, it's simulator battles. It's loser bracket this time around. It's round 4 in the loser bracket, actually. It's going to be between the team 159 BAG. I've learned this now. It stands for Battle Aviation Group, obviously. And AD, which yet oh yes, Aces of Diamonds.
There we go.
There we go. There you go. Oh yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
I had faith.
I had it. Yeah, faith had me too. The winner of this match will go on to round 5 in the loser bracket, which could be seen as some type of semi-almost final. For some reason I can't scroll any further to the right, but I see there is a team at round 6 in the loser bracket waiting for them, which is NBSI. I know, because it starts with an N, and they are the team waiting further ahead. Whoever wins this match in round 4 is going to face the winner of the next match, which will spectate right after this one between LK and MNS. So this is like, I guess this is like a loser bracket semi-final going into the final thing of the loser bracket, but then you also have to face another final against the NBSI, and then if you win, you should be in the grand final to face Team Verve Gaming. Is how it should be, or how it looks like. So that's where we are at the moment. And if you're wondering who's speaking, it's obviously Scream112 from Metagamingtv, together with Average Adam, also from Metagamingtv.
Hello, guys.
So yeah, we're gonna be having a look at this. We're already in the game, waiting for the players who have not well, some of them have joined up, but what they probably are busy doing right now is vetoing the airplanes to use. Again, my money is that we're gonna see the BF-109 or the Yak-1B, but as always, I'm hoping we won't. I'm hoping to see something different, but if I had to pick between them, I do prefer the BF-109. What do you think, Adam?
Well, I agree with you. Sorry, I'm a little distracted making sure that the room we are in is actually the correct room. Because people are leaving.
Oh, shit. I think I have new information.
So I'm sat here panicking, trying to talk to arbiters, going, "Where's the room?" And you're sat there going, "Yeah, I have the."
Yeah, I just shared it.
Share
yeah, I had another PM from another guy going, "Hoster, do not ask me why." So now I'm the only guy left in this old room. Oh.
Just in case you can't find it.
All by myself, I wanna be.
There we go. Now I feel more confident.
Yeah, this room looks filled to the brim with people ready to go. All right, that seems much better.
Still no real confirmation on what plane they're flying, since they've got every nation.
To talk to you guys in Twitch chat, we are not official Gaijin employees. We do not know if they're bringing it to the Xbox, but you know, that would be nice. Like, that's all I can say. I have no freaking clue. So, if you want to know anything about the game, sure, you can ask. We are going to focus on the esport and tournament aspect here, the Gladiator Super Cup that is going on in front of our eyes. And yes, my throat is breaking up. I'll probably be sitting here in, what is it, in this weekend we have the grand finals. I'll be sitting here, okay, so they're flying. Because my throat is definitely not holding up.
Yeah, I know the feels.
You don't talk nearly as much as I do.
Nope.
You have no idea what I'm going through.
Well, yeah. I'm not feeling too well either. Can I get some sympathy over here? Over in the British corner? No, I guess not.
Alright, looking at Average Adam here, he has selected the... No, fuck.
Don't think about it. I was gonna fly
He
the
has-
I was gonna fly the Ag Panther.
Yeah.
I was gonna give it a go.
Well, Yamos has the BF-109F4 selected. Either that's the plane they've selected to go with, or he is just, prepared. He's like, yeah, this is the most likely plane. Okay, put it on Xbox, please. Like, we'll do our best. Me and Adam, who does not work for Gaijin, will do our best to get it on Xbox. We will not work day and night to do it.
And no promises.
And there is no promises.
No soon.tm, none of that nonsense. Oh, have they finally picked a plane?
I don't know. I mean, Yamos here is still on the VF-109A4. Could just be that that was the last plane he flew. What do I know? Waiting
They could just
for,
have all the planes just kind of like readied up,
and
and then they're just like cycling through them.
I would be extremely happy if it is the A6 M3 Ryzen.
We haven't seen that plane once, so don't hold your hopes. Nobody uses Japanese planes.
Wait, I'm not even sure if that... I think that's in the list. The 80 guy has the KI-61 Utsu, which I know is in the list. Please! Please! I'm just gonna jump down to the room and go like, please!
They're not gonna... You're just gonna jump down and say please. They're gonna be like, why is he saying please?
Please! We're waiting, guys, for the teams to veto the airplanes and have that selection done. Then we're gonna move into the 1 versus 1. So right now we're just waiting for the teams actually to get through that period of selecting airplanes to do. But Kaiki, oh, I can't even say that nickname. But what if they took our jobs?
Wow. Do we have to bring a South Park reference to every one of these?
Yes, South Park reference to every stream, man.
Every stream, without fail, Scream likes to bring a South Park reference.
I have a whole spreadsheet here
A spreadsheet
with South Park references.
I was about to say you have like a spreadsheet with every reference you've ever made, so you can't repeat them.
Oh yes, that too. I crossed them over here. I'm like, done. I color code it.
I color code it.
I'm starting to run out of colors though. It's difficult. But there's a list of airplanes, guys, actually. There's 3 group of airplanes. Looking to perhaps be the Yak 1B. It's just that in every Gladiator tournament, they do change some of the airplanes they have to choose from, but it usually ends up being like 2. Most often 2, yeah, it's gonna be the Yak 1B. Most often 2 airplanes that ends up being the most played and selected one, because out of the groups of, or the pool of airplanes that you have to choose from, the top teams eventually kind of figure out which one they prefer, or perform the best with, feel the most confident with, and that is then kind of what ends up happening, that we're seeing the same airplane for a majority of the games. And that is obviously probably why they also change up the pool of planes that they can use. And we're now 30 seconds away from loading into the first 1-versus-1 duel here between AD and 159. But that is why, if you've been watching several of these coverages, several of these streams of the Gladiator Super Cup, you've been like, why is there like the same airplanes a lot of the time? Because it hasn't been 100% the same airplanes. It has been a few. It's been the P39N0 and that other one, LA5F, has been two other planes we've seen a little bit of.
Only a little, one match each.
No, I know.
Alright, two
matches
LA5 matches and two.
P39.
Okay, fine. Two of each then. Two of each.
That is at least like 5% of the matches. Woo! All right, Corneve flying out for AD. Phoenix flying out for 159. It's not triple X. It's Penta X.
Penta
It's
X.
that's like the sequel to the sequel to the sequel of triple X, is it? Okay.
The sequel of the sequel.
The spin-off of the spin-off of the sequel of the spin-off of the spin-off of the sequel. There you go. Penta. Fuck, I can't do it. God. All right.
I do like
Just
how
pass
happy.
each other? Yep.
I do like how happy
happy?
the Act 1B is. Like, look at that smile.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
He knows he's on camera.
Smile, you're on candid camera. All right.
So basically, guys, here's the simulator. They do like to do what we like to call the dance of death, which is two planes spinning around in circles until one of them decides that spinning in circles is enough.
I think it's like more a matter of fact, like they keep turning until the magnetic poles of the Earth swap and the radiation from the sun kicks in, and that's when they might do something else.
That was a rather elaborate explanation.
I've read it on NASA.com.
That's it. So, some scissors.
Mm-hmm.
Nice use of flaps, so he can try and...
Yeah, Corneve is definitely using the flaps.
Yeah, bleed some of that momentum so he can get behind
Phoenix is not.
But that's why you can see that, you know, Corneve quite easily got behind him, using those flaps to bleed some of his momentum.
Mm.
He has put the flaps away again, though. I would have thought he would have kept them out to try and increase his turn.
Phoenix is playing
decrease.
close with the terrain here, by the way. He is using combat flaps at the moment.
Yes.
And as I said it, he closed them, I think. It's like, nope! Do not look at me, sir! How little can you adjust the flaps on that plane? Or is that actually
There's combat,
extracted?
there's combat, landing, and takeoff flaps.
Yeah, you don't have, like, screw you can sit on, like,
I don't think so. Not.
out.
I mean,
That
I
would
could
be
be wrong, but as far as I'm aware,
yeah.
you can only set them to 3 positions.
And we're getting to a point. We're getting to a point where terrain is becoming a factor.
Yeah, fast becoming a extra equation, or extra problem in the equation.
I mean,
of
this
how to kill your
turn
opponent.
they're doing around this mountainside is interesting, though. It's what do you call it? Like I'm expecting like one of them to, you know, sneeze or something like that, and you know, achoo, and boom, mountain. like that little human error that will factor into this 1-versus-1 duel.
All I know is I feel like Phantoms is slowly gaining on Corny.
And what is Corny doing? Okay. That's the there we go.
Head on.
There we go.
That
But now
that's some
yeah,
ground.
He can do it. He can do it. He can do it.
You know, if that had been the BF-109, guarantee would have hit the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, because the BF-109, you know, is definitely attracted to the ground. All right, here we go. Corny coming around again. I think it could have been what he needed. Look at this. Yeah, crit damage now. The wow. There's like nothing left on that on the elevator and rudder, and well, now he's on fire. So yeah, there you go. That's what Corny needed to do.
He didn't stop the fire. He did put it out. You gotta give him credit for that.
That's before he jumped out?
Before he jumped out, you know, he put the fire out. And that's all that matters, right?
It's probably because he opened the cockpit to jump out. The airflow from the draft thing, physics stuff, science, done. Okay, so anyway, AD takes the first point. Not point, but the first leg of the 4 1-versus-1 rounds we're about to spectate here. Soon getting into the second one. So AD is has the advantage, you could say. They're that one win ahead now.
2 more and they'll take the first point.
I don't know who's gonna take the first point. I know both of these teams are really good, and it's I honestly have no favorite at the moment. So.
But yeah, like you said, we're just now waiting on the guys to ready back up so we can get the second 1v1 underway.
They're usually very quick about this. It doesn't take much time. The guys are already ready. And it's less than 30 seconds.
Alright, so we have B777R versus...
Wait a second.
What?
He brought bombs. The tiniest bombs I have ever seen in the history of bombs. I mean, that will not even blow a pimple off, but it is Yamos versus 777. And I don't think it will do anything really, but he is actually going straight down. I have no official word yet, but the fact he spawned with the bombs could be enough for a restart, I guess. But again, there's no word in the chat, so I'm not sure. Yeah, restart. There you go.
I mean, most of the time they normally have arbiters in both of the rooms, so it might take it like B77R have their own arbiter as well as the AD team.
Yeah.
So it could just be that they haven't officially communicated. Well, they might have like spoken to each other, like they have their own chat. But
I'm sure Jamus didn't crash the plane to go quickly into the restart without having the official word. It was just that we didn't have the official word yet about whether or not that would be the case. I was expecting it to be a restart, knowing how picky they are. I mean, in a good sense. Like I mean, it's just good. It's just fair to both, even though Yamos pretty much wouldn't have any advantage with those, as you know, and I don't think he would have used them knowing that he's not allowed, right? I mean, I would have just dropped them instantly and then just gone, like, you know, and maybe if that would have been okay, but yeah, you know, right gotta be right, and you know, you don't want to have anybody coming in afterwards being like, well, that was against the rules. So it's just better to have a quick restart and replay the duel.
I'm not. I mean, I haven't. I'm not 100% sure, but I know additional armament isn't allowed. Wow, that was a really, for some reason,
What do you mean, additional?
armament, like rockets
Yeah, like
and
no
bombs.
bombs, no rockets, exactly.
But I think when they had, a long time ago, one of the old BF-109s, the Trop version, you know, it can add the extra guns to it. This is a while ago.
Yeah, this is.
But I believe that you could, even though that class is an additional armament, I believe they could have added it then. Obviously, that plane isn't in this tournament.
Yeah, but what you're saying is that the gun pods that you could add to
Were allowed at the
it
time.
were allowed.
Mm.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people still didn't use them because you would lose a lot of, obviously, speed, momentum, energy. So people would still rather take
Have
them off
the
than
extra
have them.
mobility and. Okay.
I mean, like in here, where sure they might have to have the lowest amount of fuel, but they would still take the lowest amount of fuel.
Yeah. That's an interesting thing, though. That even though allowed to add those gun pods, they didn't.
I mean, if you think about it, it's surely, even if you... I mean, what advantage do you really get? Some extra firepower? That's one advantage, but well, how many negatives do you get? Maneuverability, speed, energy. Like, that's 3.
Yeah.
So you instantly
Definitely.
lose, you know, even if you were to do some simple math, you know, 2 negatives. Like overall. So, you know, it's just not worth it.
Yep. Well, this time around, there's no restart. We have Yamos coming around here on B777R. Yamos flying for 159. 777 flying for AD. And Yamos not hitting with any of those bursts that he just fired.
Nope. And that's rather unlucky, because had they hit, guaranteed B77R's plane would have just evaporated. These 20 millimeters, we've seen them before a lot of times. Very, very powerful.
They hit you, you turn into fiery flame fireball. And here we go. Flaps used on both players, both planes, as they try and get like brake, slow down, get on the tail of the other guy. So they're pretty much just countering each other right now. Yama's though pulling up a little bit more.
I mean, they've got to be careful right now, because they've obviously throttled down for a reason. They obviously don't want to pull up too hard and snap their wings.
And here comes the terrain.
There's some water.
Oh!
That was very close.
Yama's being so close to hitting the water with that wing. I'm not even sure he knows how close he were.
Oh, I think he knows.
Oh! Was that? Wait, B77R. I'm not even sure that was on purpose.
No, I think he just lost a little bit of control of his plane.
Yeah, he pulled a bit too hard, I think. This is getting interesting. Oh, crash! Oh, wait, no! Oh, both did crash. Both did crash. I was like, to me, oh my god, since nothing.
Since the other plane looks in pretty good condition.
I thought Yamos actually just, and like, I thought he made it first for a second. I thought Yamos had survived that collision. I was like, wait a second.
I mean, even if he had, as I was watching the plane fall, the engine stopped. So I don't think he would have been able to have flown that long afterwards.
Yeah.
So while it would have been great to see him be able to control it for a little bit, so that would be a draw. That will be a draw.
It is, which you know, leaves AD yet still ahead of 159 because they won the first duel and this one was a draw, so nobody gets a point here. AD still having the advantage of one duel won. And they're quickly swapping players here, getting ready. We're gonna pretty much have 30 seconds and then we're going again. And we're in the game, waiting for the players to load. Waiting for everybody to load in. I guess I was first. I'm first. Maybe that's why what I should type in the in-game chat. All right, like hashtag.
But nobody
first.
will see it because you'll be first.
No, maybe they'll see it when they load in. Oh, it would be like hashtag first, and then the arbiter goes 5 seconds start.
Completely ignores it.
All right, Mac Coffee. Flying purely on caffeine for AD, facing Sanic, flying on nothing but more pure will.
Pure will, the best kind of will. Coffee bringing out those gladiator decals.
Mm-hmm. Showing that, hey, dude, I won one of these tournaments. What have you done? Psych. And they passed each other. They're turning. Ooh, McCoffee's not turning upward, which Sanic is doing. Probably won't have too much of an effect because nobody's really getting on to the other. Wait, maybe. I'll take that back. That did give McCoffee a chance to be the first to fire. Now things are getting really interesting. He's using those flaps full extent.
Again, trying to stop himself from overshooting.
Mm-hmm.
As well as to give him that extra lift and extra turn time, decreased turn time.
No flaps being used by Sanic.
Coffee bringing out those combat flaps. They're obviously going quite fast. He doesn't want to obviously risk bringing his flaps all the way down.
And that is, wow. Wait, there's nothing in the battle log, but the left aileron, he's leaking something gray, he's spinning, he has the altitude to fix this.
I think what Sanic was trying to do there was obviously
he's going to fix this. He's actually stabilizing slowly, but the engine is dead.
Yeah.
Unless he actually turned it off, but I have a hard time believing that.
No, I think Sanic was obviously trying to stall
crap,
out.
he is not saving it.
Stall out Coffee, but unfortunately, Coffee just had that momentum just to pull through it. Gets the shots off. I mean, Coffee didn't stall out that much after Sanic.
Here's the thing. This was the third 1-versus-1 duel. AD has won 2 of them, and 1 has been a draw. There is no way for 159 to get the point. AD just took the point.
Technically.
Not even technically. We'll see how if they gonna fly out the fourth one. Last time I was spectating here, in a situation like this in the Super Cup, it was MBSI versus. I think it was the MBSI game. I think, but I'm not sure which of the MBSI games. They just skipped, like they just moved along to because they didn't. And it's only been one time that I've seen them play the fourth, even though the fourth didn't matter. And I feel they're not gonna do that here. It's not. I think it might have actually been maybe even the arbiter, you know, calling that fourth one at that point without realizing that it was useless. So yeah, 2-0 in the first round. Wait, they are doing the fourth. Really? All right. I'm wrong. They are right.
That's okay,
But
because I mean it's always difficult to
there
tell.
is, but I'm not sure. There's really nothing that can happen here that will change the result, though. I'm not even sure if the arbiter realized that. It doesn't matter if he did or not, but oh well. We'll watch the fourth. This is the fourth 1-versus-1, guys, and no matter how this goes, AD has the first point. Calling it.
Scream, seize the future.
Yes, guys, this is simulator battle. They are locked in cockpit view. Many of the players use joystick or gamepad with track IR. However, there are definitely some of the best players in the in the simulator battles has been known to use keyboard and mouse as well. Definitely not. There's even one of them who has like a YouTube channel where he puts up videos showing off his amazing skills in the simulator battles. Where he
I think he's one of the MBSI guys.
Was it one of the MBSI guys?
I believe so, because I remember talking to them about it a few months ago.
Well, yeah, it was in the Gladiator tournament last year, end of last year. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't MBSI guy actually. I think it was a European. But I can't remember his name now just because of it. But anyway, VAT IRS Cat flying out for AD versus Mr. Sam flying for 159. Again, this unfortunately doesn't change the outcome of the 1-versus-1 duels here, which AD already has in the bag, where they've already won 2 of the 4 1-versus-1, and the reason they have it in the bag is because the third game, or the second game it was actually, ended up in a draw where nobody got a point, which means or got a leg, or whatever you want to call it, which means that, you know, no matter, again, how this one goes, it won't change the end result here. Whether it being the arbiter who, you know, just miscalculated or missed the point that the duel, the 1-versus-1 were already decided, or if they actually just allowed the team to go, hey, we're just gonna fly this anyway as a honorable round. We don't know, but it's being played nonetheless. The choices of the airplanes, guys, by the way, is actually down to the teams playing. They sit down and they remove groups of airplanes and airplanes out of a pool, taking turns doing that until they're left with one airplane that both of them they obviously fly the same airplane throughout the entire match. So no matter what you think of a certain airplane, it is actually the participating teams that come to the conclusion that this is the airplane that will be flown.
Could you imagine if we got to choose, or it was a random choice? Like we're just sat here.
As I said earlier, I do like the idea of random choice, or it being a little bit out of the, not being in the power of the teams, but still, you know, being in a limited pool of airplanes so that they can at least prepare by, you know, working and practicing and, you know, playing the certain airplanes that would be in such a pool. And such a pool would be much smaller than the current pool holds 9 airplanes, so that's a lot to practice. That's why I think it would be better to, I mean, if it were down to random or our choice, to have the pool being maximum 5 airplanes, maybe as small as 3, but, you know. I would keep
Some
it at
very
like
nice
5
flat
to keep it
action.
interesting. Yeah.
Stopping himself from overshooting.
Nothing hit yet, and I'm not sure if that stall thing was on purpose, but. Ooh, train again becoming a factor here. Not that they're hitting it yet, but it is now a factor in the way that they fly these planes. Look at that, Sam taking a bigger turn. It's so nice though if you have the, which you can see, I don't know what you call it. Oh wow, it's close. Is that, you know, when they turn sharply and you see like, I don't know the English terms here, but you know, when the wings or they kind of cut in the air, you get those white smoke trails. You know what I mean? You see them?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't think of the word.
And tree.
But that's what happens
Gets
when
the
you start flying the yak low to the ground.
I'd say it happens in a lot of planes. Like if you turn sharply enough, it's actually physics. It's actually like a thing that happens. It's like, yeah, the closest thing.
Oh, I was talking about hitting the
in
tree.
Oh.
I was like, that's what happens when you fly close to the ground, is that you start hitting trees.
I thought you were like still like, yeah, well that happens close to the ground, like those white things. Okay, all right.
Yeah, because it happens really high up too.
Yeah, they do, because it's. Okay, there is some funny placed buildings in this map now. I'm starting to realize, like that small little house.
Yeah, I was about to say
right?
that's
like
who's
I mean,
built
sure.
that?
Like I mean, like I told you, like have you ever seen Scotland, right? But I mean, that there, like, what? It's like, yeah, we put our cabin there. It's super dangerous though to go out, but you know, it's good for the kids to play.
Super dangerous to go out, but it's fine for the kids to play. Alright. Two very contradicting statements there. But we'll forget about those and discuss why somebody would put, like, what kind of logistics were required to first of all build the house. Well, yeah,
Hey,
how would you get the building
did you see
materials
how
up
many
there?
trees are around though? Maybe it's built
What
by
about the cement? What
local
about-
produced.
Well,
Oh well.
How would you keep the build? How would you keep the walls up? What about the ceiling? What about the roof? What about the tiles? What about the electrics and the water?
Maybe he doesn't have those things.
Okay, those things fine. And unless he's hunting.
So it's now 1-0 in game though. Just to make this clear, AD took the first point, and they're gonna move into the 2 versus 2, which is worth 2 points. Those white lines are actually water. Really? And 30 seconds until they start loading the map for the 2 versus 2.
I gotta say the 2v2 after watching and spectating a lot of games, while can sometimes turn into 2 separate 1v1s, at least you can
It's
sort of
still more interesting.
spectate all of it. It's much easier to kind of go, there's something going on over there, and then there's something going on over here. Instead in the 4v4, it's like 4 dudes are being shot at simultaneously, and then you'll go to see what happens to that one dude. The other dude who you're just watching gets shot down, and you're like, well, now what's going on? And then you go swap to another dude who's getting shot by another dude, and the dude who you were literally just watching shoots down a dude who wasn't even there in the first place. So you're just getting all confused. You're just like, what is going on?
Yeah, the 4 versus 4 can be really chaotic to
Especially
us as
in RB.
spectators. Especially in RB, yeah, definitely in RB. Now it is simulator battles though. They're locked into cockpit view. It is a bit more graceful. It is a bit more slow-paced usually. We're seeing B77R and Courtney flying out for 80. 80, by the way, stands for Aces of Diamonds or Aces of Diamonds, something like that. I'm going to see Phoenix and Mr. Sam flying out for 159. And yeah, that is a great question. You guys watching this on Twitch right now, who are you rooting for? Is it 80 you want to see continue in the tournament, or do you want to see 159? Which do you have a favorite team? Which one is it you want to see win? Axe condensation is the white thing, which equals water. Okay.
So, Corneve is a few shots towards Phoenix. I don't think he got any hits off.
But Phoenix is like,
Yeah,
he's
Phoenix
really on the
around.
tail. He's in a good position right now. Mr. Sam is coming for Phoenix. Or wait, that's his teammate. He's coming for Corneve.
So now Corneve now has
E77R
two
is on the
dudes
tail of Phoenix, from the looks of things. I mean, not really on the tail, but that's where he's trying to get. But yeah, 159 is actually 2-on-1 at this point. Corneve trying to not get hit by two planes facing him.
But you know, you're the 159 guys.
It's Phoenix now. It's still Phoenix on Corneve, but I think
Sam has
that
broken off.
777. Yeah, he forced the other guy. He forced Sam to break off by obviously coming in for him. And Sam managing to get his nose on Sevens. Close. And he's stalling now. This... Uh-oh. Sam? 777 is getting in a really... Oh! Is it spinning on purpose? Is this a purposeful spin? To break? To... I cannot tell. I cannot tell. But he was hit though. And Corneve is getting critically damaged by Phoenix at the moment.
But here comes 777. Oh wow, using that momentum.
And he just decided to take Phoenix as well. Meanwhile, you know that is after he did some damage to the engine of Sam.
That was just so smooth.
Yeah.
Using that nice lot of momentum he gained from climbing a second ago.
Coming down from that hammerhead, more or less. It wasn't really a hammerhead, actually. It was an upward turn. He actually turned, boom, down. Wow. He just got into the... coming down from that higher altitude he had gained. It was just like classical music from there. It was like violins all over the place. Just smooth. And the blue... Or is this another color? Oh yeah, okay. So of course it's not. This is Smurf color, coming out from the aerobatic smoke of 777.
I actually think it's turquoise.
Oh god
Joking.
damn you!
I'm joking. I think it's cyan.
Anyway, no, it's Smurf. Smurf. 80 took the first leg in the 2 versus 2. This means if in the next 2 versus 2, which we're gonna move into really quickly, really soon, if 80 wins that one, they get 2 more points. If 159 wins it, they extend it to a tiebreak. But that was a nice flying by 777. AD looking really good so far.
They looked really good yesterday too.
Who did they face yesterday? Was it Black Team?
Yes.
Ah. What was that? Yesterday? Oh, it's not on our. It's not up on our YouTube yet. We have. Yeah. It's gonna be up there within 24 hours. If you guys are wondering about the points, it's pretty simple. They play 3 rounds, we could call it, right? They play 1 versus 1, and the winning team in that one, it gets 1 point. They play 2 versus 2. The winning team there gets 2 points. They play 4 versus 4. The winning team there gets 3 points. The 1 versus 1, there are 4 duels. Here's the thing, there's 4 players on each team, right? So if you then think about it, so 1 versus 1, there is 4 of those. In 2 versus 2, there is 2 of those, and in 4 versus 4, there is 1 of those. It's so that every player on the team plays a game, you could say. Because they can actually not have the same guy do 2 1 versus 1s, for example. Like each player on the team flies in one of these matches each. However, if you can hear like 4 1 versus 1s, obviously that can end up in a draw. Then the teams pick who flies out in the tiebreaker, if need. We have Skykiller and McCoffee flying out for 80 here, by the way, and we have Sanic and Yamos on 159 battling against them. And McCoffee just got some shots off on Yamos here. Nothing hit though. Yamos using flaps.
I'm not gonna lie, I was literally about to say it wouldn't surprise me if these two guys ran into each other.
Yeah. Well, they're definitely getting close, and Yam's putting McCoffee on fire.
I thought McCoffee might have taken a few shots there just because, I mean, his plane is dead, so
yeah.
He might
Sonic
have...
is on the tail of Skykiller.
So most likely going to see a tiebreaker for the 2v2.
That's what it's looking like. It's now it's 2 versus 1. It's Sanic and Yamos versus Skykiller at this point, and it's not looking great for Skykiller. He better do something really great here, which might be happening. No, he didn't have enough energy to keep. Well, Sanic. Whoa.
The spin to win.
Oh boy. If Skykiller turns quickly here and gets Sanic before Yamos gets over there, then this could be it. This could give him the chance. And he's now popping smoke. This simulated battle, he's doing that to let his teammate know who's who, where they are, what's up. Wait, what? Ha! Yamos captured the zone.
Well.
Uh-oh. 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 Look at that. It's a first victory by capturing the zone I've seen. What? Oh, that's the first time I've seen that.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's why it's there, though. But it just hasn't been a factor so far yet, ever in the game.
Nope. Their capture zone must be huge. Like,
it is huge.
Are there any lines? Like, I know there's a little picture on the mini map, but that doesn't seem.
I think they might see it, and we don't.
Okay.
Just like it is in if we were to play, we would see a bit differently, I think. Wow. So now each team won a 2 versus 2 duel each. It's a draw. It's a tie. We have to get a tiebreaker in, so we're getting a third 2 versus 2. Whoever wins this one gets the 2 points. Tiebreaker is what you call that. Wow, that was cool.
Yeah, very nice to see that the capture zone was actually used one time.
It's been used before. If you remember when I don't know the match. I always forget the match, but another 2 versus 2 where Actually, no, so wait, two. Yeah, I think it was 2 versus 2 actually. When they ended up at like each ended up in two different 1 versus 1 at each corner of the map, and one of the guys won his duel, went to the capture the point, forcing the guy who was still fighting in the other 1 versus 1 duel to kind of abandon that mission to go, in and neutralize it. So it has happened before, but it didn't. He didn't capture it to win at that point because he got back and neutralized it. Yes, AD won the first 2 versus 2, and 159 won the second one. And yes, technically you call it a best out of 3, but the way that the rules and regulations or the tournament is set up, they don't really call it that. But it is technically, obviously, best out of 3, since there has to be a third game in case of a 1-1 result. So technically, yes, but it's not written out anywhere that it is. Just as the 1 versus 1 is not written out as a best out of 5 then, which technically I guess it is.
Okay, I forgot this was the additional one, and I was almost about to say, how can B77R fly again? That's where he was just in the last round.
Oh, yeah. This is the third 2 versus 2, B77R and Mac Coffee flying out for 80 this time around versus Sanich and Diamos. It's not really confusing in my opinion, since we explained it quite simply. Anyway, as always, we have two 1 versus 1 happening. 777 using the flaps, is getting his nose on Sanic, and no damage.
Let's have a look and see what McCoffey's doing. Oh, McCoffey also on the tail of Yamas. Still no hits registered. Yamas getting a little close to that ground.
They are.
McCoffey's slowing down so he doesn't overshoot. But also getting pretty close to that ground. Uh-oh.
Yamos is really
The
playing
trees.
with fire. Holy shit. Holy... Uh-oh.
No. That's a bad idea.
What was he... Okay, alright.
Come on, Coffee. Good job. That nice flap action, and he held it. Now he's gonna have a little...
1 versus... Yeah, 1 versus 2.
He is gonna have a little bit of a tough time climbing back up to help his teammate B77R, but you know, if they can, if he could drag him down, that would be a great help to. Yeah, see, here we go, starting to dive towards the ground. So McCoffey has a bit of a chance to get up.
Yeah, I think that's what he's doing now.
Let's have a look at McCoffey. Yeah, we can see the smoke.
He's coming in.
Yeah.
And
the pilot
done.
snipe.
Oh, well, the entire thing blew up.
Oh, okay. Okay, we'll go with the entire thing blew up.
Like, the pilot with it. Wouldn't that be a thing though? Like in the battle log, it literally said if it was the pilot that died before the plane blew up.
I mean, I personally think it did because I mean, I could see the tag, and then all of a sudden the tag disappeared, which normally represents that the pilot has been sniped. Like, if the plane was just critted, you would still see a dark red label over the dude's plane. So I believe that he was pilot sniped, and then the plane exploded. That means AD go 3 points to 0.
They do. They do. The only way now for 159 to get back into this is to win in the upcoming 4 versus